Welcome! In this video, we'll take a closer look at the ASEAN Taxonomy and explore how it can be applied in real-life settings. The ASEAN Taxonomy for Sustainable Finance is a regional framework that defines and classifies sustainable activities, with the key purpose of directing capital flows towards sustainable investments and supporting a just transition across the region. The ASEAN Taxonomy offers two assessment frames. Both frames require that activities demonstrate contribution to at least one of four environmental objectives: climate change mitigation, climate change adaptation, protection of healthy ecosystems and biodiversity, and resource resilience and transition to circular economy. Activities must also meet three essential criteria: do no significant harm, remedial measures to transition, and social aspects. The first assessment frame of classification is the foundation framework that applies a principles-based assessment of activities supported by guiding questions. The second assessment frame is the plus standard that provides an assessment using both threshold-based and process or practice-based technical screening criteria. The plus standard will be the main focus for this video, so let's start by looking at how the plus standard was developed. The plus standard is developed with 6 focus sectors and 3 enabling sectors in mind. The 6 focus sectors are agriculture, forestry and fishing, electricity, gas, steam and air conditioning supply, manufacturing, transportation and storage, water supply, sewerage, waste management and remediation activities, and construction and real estate. The 3 enabling sectors are information and communication, professional, scientific and technical, and carbon capture, utilization, and storage. Although the enabling sectors may not directly account for a large share of ASEAN's greenhouse gas emissions, they play an important role in enabling other sectors to improve their performance while ensuring they do not themselves create environmental risks. These sectors were classified using the International Standard Industrial Classification of All Economic Activities, or ISIC codes. This ensures compatibility with ASEAN member states' national classification systems and alignment with industrial codes used in other major taxonomies worldwide. The rationale for selecting these sectors lies in their dual importance. They are significant contributors to greenhouse gas emissions, while at the same time serving as critical drivers of Southeast Asia's economic growth. The technical screening criteria for these sectors are built on 2 foundations. The first is referencing widely used international taxonomies, such as the EU taxonomy and other national taxonomies to ensure interoperability. The second is drawing on globally recognized frameworks and science-based pathways, including the IPCC, the IEA, and the Science-Based Targets Initiative. For example, in the agriculture, forestry, and fishing sector, the taxonomy compares activities against other regional taxonomies, such as the Indonesia Taxonomy for Sustainable Finance and the Thailand Taxonomy, and references schemes such as Forest Stewardship Council, Roundtable on Sustainable Palm Oil, and the Marine Stewardship Council. This ensures that activities from crops and livestock to fishing, aquaculture, and forestry are assessed against credible global benchmarks, while still ensuring inclusivity across the ASEAN region. The Plus standard is designed to be comprehensive and better tailored to the ASEAN context and has several distinctive features. Let's go through them one by one. The first distinctive feature of the Plus standard is the introduction of 2 amber tiers within the technical screening criteria. This tiered traffic light system goes beyond the binary green or not green classification used in other taxonomies such as the European Union taxonomy. Instead, it recognizes that activities may fall along a transition pathway. Amber tiers 2 and 3 represent intermediate steps, or building blocks, on the journey towards sustainability. Depending on their readiness, users may start from different points, but the shared destination remains net zero by 2050. Importantly, these amber tiers are not static. As technology advances across ASEAN member states, the criteria for amber classifications will gradually tighten and, over time, be phased out, a process known as sunsetting. Let's look at an example in the manufacturing focus sector. As you can see under Environmental Objective 1, the green tier follows 1.5-degree science-based pathways consistent with the Paris Agreement and designed to be interoperable with other taxonomies. The amber tiers are transitional. Amber Tier 2 requires progress towards a green pathway within a set timeframe, while Amber Tier 3 allows alignment with national NDC targets in countries without a 2050 net zero commitment. In short, Amber tiers permit lower emission improvements or more flexible local standards compared to the green tier. The second distinctive element of the Plus standard is its use of three methods for defining the technical screening criteria. The first is the threshold-based method, which is quantitative in nature. This may include impact-based thresholds, performance measured against environmental targets, best-in-class performance among the top 5 to 10% of companies in a sector, or demonstrated relative improvements. The second is a qualitative method including both process or practice-based method. Finally, the third is based on the inherent nature of the activity itself. For example, solar and wind energy automatically aligns with the green tier due to its proven contribution to sustainability. Diving deeper into the practice-based method, it is especially relevant in the agriculture, forestry, and fishing sector. For example, under Activity 01001, General Perennial or Non-Perennial Crops, a practices pathway has been developed as an alternative to the certification pathway. This provides flexibility and accessibility, particularly for small-scale holders, while still encouraging the adoption of best practices. In this case, operators can be classified as green if they submit an integrated farm management plan that demonstrates adoption of all core practices, or as many as feasible. These core practices have been benchmarked against leading international schemes, such as FSC and PEFC for rubber, RSPO for palm oil, Global GAP for crops, IFOAM Organic Standard for coffee, vegetables, and fruits, and SRP for rice. These schemes were chosen for their global recognition, adoption within ASEAN, and relevance to local industries. The final distinctive feature of the Plus standard is the inclusion of some unique activities. Notably, the Plus standard introduced coal phase-out as a classified activity in version 2 of the taxonomy, released in March 2023. ASEAN is the first region to explicitly recognize coal phase-out in a taxonomy. This acknowledges the region's current reliance on coal and difference in age of coal-fired power plants across the region, while creating a pathway for the early retirement of coal assets and their replacement with low-carbon alternatives. Another unique inclusion is fishing, which is classified under the agriculture, forestry, and fishing sector, as well as the manufacture of refined petroleum products within the manufacturing sector. This marks the first time a regional taxonomy has explicitly addressed fishing activities, highlighting their importance for ASEAN's food security and economic development, while also tackling their significant environmental impacts. Similarly, the inclusion of refined petroleum products under the manufacturing sector reflects the need to address harder-to-abate industries that play a critical role in ASEAN's energy transition. Now that we have covered the Plus standard in detail, let's look at how to apply this in a hypothetical scenario. Here we are assessing a company that financed and commissioned a rice husk to energy plant in an ASEAN member state in 2023. The user entry point identified Environmental Objective 1, climate change mitigation, as the most relevant. The environmental objective assessment measures the carbon intensity of the plant at 350 grams CO2e per kilowatt hour, which places the plant in Amber Tier 2. The next part is to do a Do No Significant Harm assessment. The DNSH assessment reveals potential harm to ecosystems under Environmental Objective 3. However, the company submitted comprehensive remediation plans to address these impacts within 3.5 years, leading to an interim classification of Amber Tier 3, confirmed by the Social Aspect Assessment. After remediation was completed within the allowed period, the project will achieve its final classification as Amber Tier 2 under the Plus standard. This case illustrates how the ASEAN Taxonomy, and in particular the Plus standard, can be integrated into financing strategies across the region. It highlights not only the technical robustness of the framework, but also its practical role in driving Southeast Asia's sustainable transition. Beyond this hypothetical example, the ASEAN Taxonomy has been referenced by major organizations across the region. For instance, Wasco Berhad in Malaysia and the Provincial Electricity Authority in Thailand have referenced activities from the ASEAN Taxonomy into their sustainable finance frameworks, raising financing through a sustainability-linked loan for Wasco and a sustainability bond for PEA. The taxonomy's influence also extends beyond corporate adoption. Several national taxonomies have been developed or are in development with reference to the ASEAN taxonomy, including those of Indonesia, Malaysia, the Philippines, Singapore, Thailand, and Vietnam. At the same time, leading ASEAN organizations such as Bank Mandiri, Keppel DC REIT, Tenaga Berhad, and Thai Union have referenced the ASEAN taxonomy in the development of their sustainable and transition finance frameworks. On the international stage, the ASEAN taxonomy has been cited as a reference point by global organizations such as UNDP, GFANZ, and World Green Building Council, as well as in the development of green taxonomies in countries like Hong Kong, India, New Zealand, and Uzbekistan. This demonstrates the growing recognition of the ASEAN taxonomy as both a regional benchmark and a global point of reference for sustainable finance. To sum it up, the ASEAN taxonomy plays a vital role in driving sustainable development across the region by ensuring relevance while reflecting ASEAN's unique context. It is a living document that will evolve with regional and technological advancements. Its technical screening criteria will be reviewed every 5 years, or if there is a substantial change in circumstances in between, with sunset mechanisms phasing out selected criteria to keep the framework current and effective. That concludes our overview of the ASEAN taxonomy, a vital step towards guiding the region on its journey to a more sustainable future.